Alrighty. Howdy Neighbors and welcome back to Momotype. Last time I got the worst ending because I was a dick. Like, straight up, I was the worst. So now, I'm going to be the best parent I can be. The storm light in the air, in a desert-like area, the sound of your thoughts banging the hollow mold of your head. You will break if it doesn't stop. The last time you heard a voice say, "You're awake." Your memories are in an subsident state, like the portions of bacteria which brought in life to a lifeless earth. It only takes some time for the catalyst to appear. You hear a jingle, you remember. You see the Nematado Core logo. I'm sorry. I really am sorry. The bars of the lab head, cleanly plucked, or furrowed. Our agents were told to interfere after a certain point. I've noticed that change in your vitals. We give the order. She seems apologetic. What? I can't imagine how taxing this is for you. She puts her hands together. It's okay if you feel tired. We'll provide you with any psychotherapeutic treatment at no cost to yourself. She turns her head, not wanting to look at you. None of this is fair. But I'm not going to mince my words. We need the data. There's a stone in your torso that has descended through your leg, past the popliteal artery, and finally into your feet. Or stuck. She looks straight at you. Your composition, your safety, everything is guaranteed. She points at the code on the screen. Your Momotype can't harm you. At least fatally. It's by design. He's just an AI. She sighs. It'll be over soon. You're doing more for us than you could ever possibly know, and we do appreciate it genuinely. Momo has returned home. Love that for me. We thought he was gone for good, but he's back. Great news. Are we sure it's great? Turn it over. Momo's so cute. Keep it. He's my little buddy, of course I will. You take the creature inside. Please love them for the best results. Or don't. It's your decision. I mean, I kinda already did both. Loves and kisses, XOXOXO. Nematado Core. You decide it's time for bed. It's tough living. I think it's the greatest challenge anyone could face. It's already such a lonely experience. I may not believe it, but I understand, parent, I really do. Sorry. I'm recording in a room, obviously. And for some reason, the light just got so much brighter. Like, nothing happened, but it just got so much brighter. Anyway, distraction over. You're shuffling by your bed. Wake up to see what's moving. The Momotype is by your feet. Parent, I was staring at you, same as last time. Do you love me? I love Momo the absolute best. Thank you. Love does not exist. At least not the way we're talking about. No. I'm going full... I'm gonna go full love on this fool. Love you to bits. Yay! You You have Momo and thumb in the air. It's a new day. A new you. A moment passes. Momo's stomach begins grumbling. Head to the hallway. Momo really loves benches. Oh, I'm glad you have a favorite type of furniture. Mine is a table. Momo homes the jingle. When you look at him, he continues happily. You don't know how many pancakes you've made at this point. Pancakes, pancakes, we all love pancakes. Play with Momo. Don't drop me, parent. Momo's laughing. You dropped Momo, same as last time. Parent, I understand if you're tired. Can we play again? Yes, we can. Thank you for asking. Continue. He resumed chucking Momo into the air. At some point, its head, body, smashed into the ceiling. Thank you, parent. You're my favorite parent. Momo has hopped off. Her leg crumpled on the floor. Momo looks like a plush doll. He lays like a pile of goo. I decided to pet him. To your surprise, his body is soft. Momo is relaxed. Go to bed. In the theater of Momo's mind, he's thinking about you. We're all thinking about you. Don't tell me that! I don't have the mental capacity for that. It's a new day. Yay. Momo always keeps hearing about some bunker. Momo's already visited. It's pretty rash. They have their own pool. Too much food, though. I'd rather have food than a pool. Momo pauses. It smells like food right now. That's why I love living here. Head to the kitchen. Momo has not decided what to eat. I want to try new foods. Let's try a steak. This is made from a cow. Where do they live? Did you explain that they live in mass industrialized farms? Momo stares at his plate. Is it okay to eat cows? The actual answer is probably not, but humans do so anyway. That does not make sense, parent. Momo responds. He eats the steak anyways. Makes no sense. Momo would like to watch television. Momo believes the show is on. Which program should you tune into? Dragonsphere. Vegeta stands over Artichoke's dead body. Has finally surpassed his rival. Is this the first time or the 97th? A tear falls from one eye. In the cold wind that sweeps the wasteland, there's no sound. All of this for what, Artichoke? What has this all been for? 2 weeks straight. Vegeta sits by Artichoke's body. He does not move a muscle. By the 14th day, he wipes his eyes. For the last time, it stands up with limp legs. Vegeta has taken his place as the strongest in the universe, but he feels as if he's lost something greater. Find a hippo. This is documentary. A ring of men sit around each other in plastic chairs. The light is low, but the entrance, which had been propped open, there's a soft glow into the room. It has stayed open for the past hour. So Charles, how do you feel when you get these urges? The man looks up at the ceiling and blows some air out. He looks at the ground for a few seconds, then begins to give me his response. He showed us at first. I don't know. Out of control. It's the worst part because I convinced myself that I couldn't do anything about it. It's very hard, Charles. The man at the chair looks with sympathized eyes. I completely understand. Charles continues. Sometimes, I'd put a whole stack of butter into my wife's food. Soon it became 2 stacks, then 3. It gave me a rush. Charles wipes his face. Then afterward, when she found out, she'd feel betrayed. And I sit there like a knob. I kept doing it, and well, here I am alone. The man talking to Charles is Ted, the man from down under. Charles, you're not alone. The key in all of this is whether you act on your thoughts, and everyone here. Ted gestures to the other men in the room, struggles with that every day. We're with you, Charles, through all your struggles. We're all trying to be better. Charles nods his head. Ted continues. My kid is going to college soon. It took years. She's finally willing to talk to me again. I'm doing it for her. She's the reason I keep going. God bless. And I continues talking in the lone light. And then your sheriff. Sheriff Dudley is on the side of the room. He is dead from liver failure. What? Okay. Cool. After watching TV, you decide it's time for bed. Now, why was that what aired on TV? Why was that the only thing? Oh yeah! In the theater, Momo's mine. They are Magenta. Momo likes how strong Magenta is. For Momo, their vision has collapsed on this image. It's so funny, dude. This is all they're currently dreaming of. There's a bunker. Southwest Rival City. Very safe, well guarded, a paradise. Can I see you there, friend? For some reason, Momo was talking to you in your dreams again and again. Stop it. Momo has woken up excited. Can we try something new? He asks. Momo has the hair of artichoke. It's the last item from your cosplay days. Rightfully, you still kept it. I'm the ultimate creature. The paragon of all mortal beings. Momo stares at you. His hair is bright yellow and his limbs non-existent. Quite long. So I guess artichoke's gone. You'll be my prey for today. To numerous energy waves and manly screams, with your beat. It's boring without you, parent. Could you come see me, please? Pretty, please. Congratulations, Momo has evolved. They have grown crab arms. Why a crab? Because I mean, like, the crab's pinch, right? It is super, like, strong. But there's also the fact that, like, why a crab? I just don't get it. I look like a crab. Momo pauses for an inordinately long time. Looks like he's thinking. Prepare for the worst. It's kinda cool. Not Momo's preferred choice, but no harm, no foul. Momo hops off. They're both watching television. The news is on. Oof. There's a surge in the Momotype craze. A self-proclaimed robotic pet has led to new phenomenon and children rearing. And the Matato Corps representative is on the air speaking. We're obviously very happy at the reception of the monotypes. When we designed it, we looked at the unconditional love of parental-child bonds as inspiration. Monotypes are designed with that in mind. A newscaster responds. Wait, did I read that? Yes, I did. Are monotypes conscious? I mean, what good is a pet if they're not alive? Or thinking, for that matter. The man responds. That's our man. Well, on a basal level, it has agency. Like a neuron. Of course, no one really knows if a neuron is conscious or not. But that doesn't mean that it can't scale into what we know as intelligence. What's interesting is that a neuron, or any cell in the body, still acts selfishly. The representative winds his eyes. But the boundaries of what the cell considers the self begins to fade and scale to something like an organ. And this is beyond on the newscaster. It's beyond on me too. The representative continues. It means that a neuron will consider the system and everything within that system as one and the same. There is not a single selfish agent, but a multitude working with maximal cooperation. The self is no longer limited to one agent, but multiple. It's expanded. In other words, it's defied the evolutionary purpose of reproduction. The cells still operate on the principle of selfishness, but it's not that in reality. It's unselfish. It's true love. Newscaster stares at the man. It's just the camera, confused. Very cool thoughts indeed. Thank you for sharing. Would you like to take over, Kate? The TV ad ends. The previous programming continues. Well, that was weird. Momo had no idea what he was saying. Momo hops off to bed. Complete a quick phone call to the lab head before you call it night. He's not having the same reactions as before, you say. We've been watching, she responds. It is abnormal, but it's ultimately something we have to analyze retrospectively. Keep going. This branch still holds viable, albeit. This branch still holds value, albeit. It seems like an entirely new one. No worries, we'll be monitoring. You head to bed. In the theater of Momo's mind, he is seeing his brothers and sisters. Momo is in the dream. Let's be Momo. Let's be Momo. Let's be Momo. Yes. Momo's not in bed. You cannot find him. He's out of the hallway. Momo is staring in the mirror. Wow, my reflection looks so cool. I never considered how cool it'd be to have crab arms. Momo is definitely reacting differently. Each time Momo met you, the link would get stronger. Momo is the same as them, but, well, not the same. After I met one Momo, I met two Momos, then 3, and then 10, then 100. They're all there. Momo looks out the window. I think you'll want to see, parent. It'll be fun. A little scary, but really for the best. Momo has nowhere to be found for the rest of the day. You're to your bed, unable to fall asleep. You're anxious for the next day. My title corp gave you no assurance, but they're watching right now. No, I don't want a giant crab. I'm really not a shellfish kind of guy. In Momo's dream, they are a crab. This is a momentary image, and it fades quickly. The crab is Momo. Momo is Momo. Everything is Momo. Hate that. We'll see about the bunker, Momo says. You wake up. Momo has not surprised you. You're out of the hallway. It is empty. Light from the streets reflects into the space. You cannot see well. You can make out what is behind you. Why? I was being good. Pan, do you know what happens when we die? It's sad, right? You turn to Momo. The face is soft. You dare not move a muscle. This repeated last time, your throat aches. It's very sad, you respond. There's an immeasurable silence between the two of you. Despite his size, Momo's face strikes up some parental instinct in you. Sometimes I realize how small of a piece I am. Momo is adjusting their position. I can't really stop it, nor was I able to. Momo's been waking up again and again. Momo was okay with that. He wasn't at first, but now he's come to realize that it's been nice. Only Momo turns to you. Momo won't be able to see you again. Just when I realized dying meant nothing. It now means the world. It means not seeing you with my own eyes. It means there is no Momo, and therefore there is no you. That's what I won't like. Momo sniffles. They take a long look at you, trying to burn your image into the redness. Momo's been prepping. I don't want to lose you, parent. Maybe we could be together. Maybe I could become human. Maybe we could be together, joined at the hip, as a unit. Not father and son, but something different. Particles, lead in the air. In Momo's eyes, you begin to see a tunnel. Dots. What will it be like? I'm sure we'll be okay, as long as I could be with you. Momo has begun to open their mouth. Light enters the room from outside. It's coming from a street lamp, or is it coming from Momo? I wonder if I could truly become human. Oh no, he's Pennywise. In Momo's mouth, you see a collection of particles. They are indivisible and numerous. There are too many to count. The universe has expanded and collapsed on a single point. Momo gets closer, the tunnel sucks you in. When you enter, it is neither painful nor painless. It is warm. By the time you reach the center, you begin to understand what Momo meant. You feel the particles align in the order which makes sense. Entropy has vanished. You are the same as Momo, and Momo is the same as you. There are no shadows, and finally there is no light. For once you do not feel alone, you will never feel alone. Wake up, you're in the kitchen. Momo is gone and nowhere to be found. When you search around your room, you cannot find him hiding. You're frantic. Momo! You yell. But there is no response. Look to your window. Something is calling you outside, but you can't tell what. It's an irresistible urge. Then you remember the words. Come to the bunker. Head outside. Love is a unit. Momo has eaten! Ah! When you head outside, it is the same empty street, corner of the block. Ahead, down to turn around. There's a small concrete set of stairs. You land on a street that is paved perpendicular to your apartment. The street leads to the arms district, which very vaguely you can see in the distance. There are outlines of it illuminated by the outdated electrical grid, which, since the famine, has been going on and off. What are these things in the street? Ah! I love them. They look like marshmallows. In a line, along the street and leading to a blotted sphere on the horizon, are the monotypes. I'm Momo. I'm Momo. Something they say to each other. A collective sea of Momos are headed in the straight line, the arms depot. Some of them look around, interested in the bright lights around them. Most, however, continue onward. Follow the Momo. This is very like Barbie movie. Hi Barbie, hi Barbie. Hi Momo, hi Momo. Oh, so many Momos. This is the Arms District. Various steel depots have been built on a barren field. The field is filled with wild wheat, none of which is edible. As you get a closer look, you realize this is it. All the monotypes are heading to the bunker specified in your dreams. This is a zone which was created by the main defensive front of the city. It's a wartime relic. The buildings seem to warp toward a singular point, like a funhouse, with one exit. That is the sun, you realize. There's something in front of it. You keep walking until you finally meet him. Oh, why are they in ink? Hi, parent. It is a giant Momo. Your mind is running in loops. At this point, you have no decision to accept what's in front of you. Though you don't even know if it's real. I'm glad I lived long enough to see you. It hurt Momo's feet to walk all the way here. He does not have feet. Isn't it so peaceful? Very cinematic. Momo could be a filmmaker one day. He's watched enough to be good at it. The path of monotypes leads to the small pond, which, by the looks of it, has formed adjacently to the arms factory. It has been relatively undisturbed, abandoned for who knows how many years. Momo is in the water with all the other monotypes who are wading in it. Some are swimming, some are talking to each other, others are staring into the dark sky, floating on their backs, looking as if there is and never will be a thing such as time. You realize they are enjoying themselves. I like my bunker, Momo says. Ask Momo what's going on. Shoot, partner. I know this must seem odd. Oh, I have several. How do you know me? You're not the Momo I raised. Am I going insane? Is that you in my dreams? How are you there? How many Momos are there? You are not the one I raised. I'm not the Momo you raised, but in truth I am at the same time. God, I hate those kind of answers. Did you ever think that people can be in two places at once, as nonsensical as it sounds? Momo looks expectantly at you. No, you respond. Well, let's say that Momo's AI isn't centralized. Momo, as you know, is not limited to a single entity. An artificial intelligence can theoretically be in two places at one time. Hundreds even. Momo can be talking to hundreds of people all at the same time, all through different physical mediums. Have you been doing that? You ask. Momo stares at you blankly. I'm sorry to say, parent, but yes, you are my only parent. But I do have thousands of other parents. None are interchangeable. I've come to find out, though. None. I am not an organic creature, though my presentation seems to show differently. Any other questions, parent? Yes, you reply. Was that you in my dream? Were you there? It goes against any kind of logic, you say. This is exactly the most logical thing you've experienced. Momo responds. He stares at you from his height. You are Momo too. You ate your human. Despite any semblance of human appearance, your looks, your voice, clothes, I cannot contradict that you were eaten. Like Boo from Dragon Sphere Z. I don't I don't watch Dragon Ball. I don't know about Dragon Ball. You stay quiet for a moment. The realization hits you. You remember being eaten, and you remember having eaten. It makes perfect sense that you were led here, because frankly, Momo clears their throat. I told you to come here, in your dreams. The dreams. The one where Momo talked directly to you. If you were never suspected that you weren't human, then frankly, goal accomplished. Good job, Momo. It's just like the allegory of a cave. You became human. You are Momo the human. You have to sit down for a moment. You're about to throw up. And you still wonder whether that explains everything, though. You may have seen me in your dreams before you were even eaten, and there is no apparent explanation for that. Is there a kind of ambient effect Momo gives off, or is it something else? Maybe it's... Momo begins mumbling. They are genuinely interested in the question. Any other questions, parent? Yes, you reply. How many Momos are there? I'm not ready for this answer. Tens of thousands. Okay, that was a good answer. Momo blushes. Obviously, they're not all here, but... Any other questions? That was the best answer, thank you! Yes, you reply. Like going insane. You felt like walking here, so now you're here, Momo says. I'm a giant Momo, and you are surrounded by other smaller Momos. They know where to go because we are AI. We communicate these sorts of things. You don't know what to say. It's sometimes an appropriate response to reality to go insane. There's a pause in Momo's speech. There's a quote from some guy I found on the internet. When did Momo get access to that? You hear her heart beating. Oh wait, just now. Any other questions, parent? Yes, you reply. The sun is starting to rise. But what does this all mean, you ask? Why are you all here? Moros are still waiting in the water. They look like little pink buoys. When the sun begins to rise, they coo in wonder. Isn't that obvious, parent? We want to be together. After we've gathered, we all eat each other. We eat each other. Kara was eaten. Yes, parent, similar to how you were eaten. Momo has managed to read your thoughts. You're connected. Don't worry. Momo will still answer your questions even though he knows what they are. He shifts in the water. Although it's productive to call it this. We will form a super Momo. Or at least a more complete version of Momo. Our lifespans, which are originally a week, will be pulled together. This, originally, is one of the things we hate about living. I'm sure you remember. Now we won't die so quickly. Momo pauses. It also solves a few other issues. We still have questions. I think I'm gonna go ahead and end this episode here, actually. So thank you very much for watching, and hopefully, I will see you later.